We are going live. You think this was like a presidential announcement?
My energy level for the day, and for the last 2 weeks, I've been working over at my mom's house to get it ready to sell.
Let's see if we can sync everything up and have everything go smooth today.
Yeah, I think the boys ready for the couch.
Where
I'm going strong all day long and have been for quite some time now.
Balance of Nature is now offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code FREAKS.
2020 has been some kind of a year.
So
that's why all of us
to our folks out there, we're getting ready to go live. And we got a lot of stuff today.
And may it be a healthy one.
Doesn't it always seem that at the end of the year, when you think you'd be slowing down the most, let's see, I went silent on me. Let's do this one more time. There we go. Loud and clear. You gotta love it when everything goes right. And hello, South Florida. Welcome to another live edition of the Real Estate Show, South Florida's #1 program about real estate and America's longest running daily radio show. My name Day through Friday from 5 p.m. at our new time, live at 5 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. We're also, again, at 8 p.m., same 5 days a week. We're here live on our local AM radio station where this all began 22 years ago. And we are also on 3 FM stations. That's AM 1470, FM 96.9 FM, 95.3 FM, and 103.9 FM. So from end to end on the radio dial, also on the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app, the Spreaker app, just to name a few ways that you can also take us on the go. Well, we got another great show for you today as we are here on our Tuesdays, tools, tips, and techniques. In fact, I hope I can get through everything. Every Monday we start off the show with our Mondays on a Mission, and we talk about the agenda, what our theme for the week is. And I said, here we are in week 2 of round 12 of a 12-month 2020. Now, some of you out there are just waiting for 2020 to check out and looking forward to 2021 checking in. Now, I'm like you. I am also excited, very excited for 2021, the year of the hand. But I'll tell you, you have to take a look back, as I have been talking about over the last couple of weeks, during that conversation of getting a self-assessment. You can't get from point A to point B if you don't know where point A is, where you are. And that presumably is where you'll end 2020. So point A, the beginning of 2021, you should already know where your starting point is. Then we start talking about the point B, where you want to be in 2021. And so now we can start talking about getting there and what is the best strategy, what are the best tactics. And that's why our Tuesdays are always good, because we go from the theory, the concept, the agenda, if you will, and then we roll into the actual things that you want to do. Now, I got some really exciting stuff that we're going to be rolling out here on the Real Estate Show. This afternoon, I met with another one of my lender contacts, and we were talking about the 5 steps to home ownership. Now, this is a major breakthrough coming through now, and you can see how the lenders want to keep this a very strong real estate market going. And so this is an opportunity. If you have enough money to rent, you have enough money to own, period. End of conversation. Notice I didn't say the fine print, assuming this, assuming that, and given this. I didn't say anything about credit. And I'm going to talk about in today's program the 5 steps, and I'm also going to talk about what it takes. And no matter where you are on the path to home ownership, we can help you. So if you think that everything is locked up in no money, no credit, don't worry. That is a starting point. And we're going to talk a little bit, obviously the stimulus is out there, and that may be another opportunity that may be looming on the horizon, not only to help folks from, turning forbearance into foreclosure. Another thing I want to talk to you about this week. How do we make sure that we transition from forbearance to something stable and not go from forbearance to foreclosure, which would be unfortunate. And it is preventable. And all you have to do is I'm going to give you some numbers. Now, today's going to be definitely another writer downer show. Now, if you're driving, no worries. Remember, all of our shows are recorded. They are recorded in 2 places. Number one, for those of you who like watching what you learn, we're on our Facebook page. If you go to facebook.com/The Real Estate Show, you can go there, and in chronological order, all of our shows are recorded. If there were live shows, they are recorded shows on there, and they're accessible on demand at your leisure, at your convenience. They're also at automaticlandlord.com. Now, at automaticlandlord.com, there's a whole bunch of information there for you. Go there and watch for announcements. We have an area there for announcements, schedules, and so forth. I'm going to talk to you about a couple of our workshops this week. We're already, full speed into the week. It's only Tuesday, but we've already had our Monday show at 5. We've had our Monday show at 8. We had our workshop, our Equity Accelerator workshop at 9. So very full day. And that's not even counting what we're doing during the day. Finding more properties, helping more borrowers, and helping more people to get their piece of the American dream. After all, that's what this show is really all about, is helping more Americans to learn, educate, and empower them so that they can have a piece of the American dream. So if you're tired of spending thousands of dollars on the latest in and out of town guy, then you're at the right place right now listening to the Real Estate Show, and you want to bookmark at whatever time you're watching us, whether it's at our 5 o'clock show or 8 o'clock show. Make sure that every day, Monday through Friday, you're right here and you're listening to the show. Now, first thing to write down, this number, 561-861-2366. Once again, that's 561-861-2366. If you're on a portable device, I recommend you go ahead and just plug that right into your phone, tag it as The Real Estate Show with Eric Willner, and you're going to hear a couple of words where if you have a smartphone, a tablet, or even on your computer, if you can text to that number, you're going to want to text some of these keywords that I'm going to show you. Number one, we talked about for the Equity Accelerator workshop, which was last night, but it's also every Monday night at 9 o'clock. You just type in the word equity to 561-861-2366, and you'll receive the link to our free workshop, learning how to accelerate, build equity faster, pay off your mortgage twice as fast without having to add any more money. Sound too good to be true? Well, then check out the free workshop. That's all you got to do is invest a little bit of time to learn more, and you can learn more and earn more when it comes to building equity faster. Number 2 word that you're going to want to write down is credit. We're going to talk more about credit in today's show because it's probably the most important thing you should be working on now, today, in order to be ready for the 5 steps to home ownership in 2021 when we announce that going forward on January 1st. So type the word credit if you want to come to our Credit Accelerator workshop. We're having one tonight at 7 p.m. That's 7 p.m. So between our 5 o'clock show and our 8 o'clock show, you can come. All you have to do is type the word credit, send it to 561-861-2366. And we're going to have just 1 full hour focused just on the credit accelerator information that I'm talking about. Then we have our Thursday big table. And that's what the word you got to write down, big table. Text it to what number? 561-861-2366 if you want the link to come to that. Now that is a very special, it's more like a mastermind. It's a viewer participation opportunity for you to learn and interact with some of the business owners, the real estate investors who pop in for our big table, and you want to sit at the big table, not at the kids' table. You want to come to our Thursday night, 8 p.m. every Thursday, 561-861-2366. If you want the Zoom link for our free workshop, then you go there. So those are the workshops. So as you can see, many hours a week, and get lots of your vitamin real estate right here, and stay tuned for more stuff coming along. If you've read the book, The E-Myth, and you want to learn how to work on your business, not just in your business, the big table is what you want to talk about. You want to learn more about cash flow and why your business, whether it be real estate properties, or any other business out there, the big table is where we want to talk about the cash flow. Well, here we are. Today is the 8th of December, as I mentioned, week 2 of round 12. More importantly, we're now 2.5 days away from the deadline if you want to join our 21-day challenge. Now, big results come from our 21-day challenge, but in order to be part of that 21-day challenge, what you got to do is type in the word 21 or the word challenge, but here you got to go to a different place. We want to see how many folks are going to be joining our 21-day challenge. Go to Automatic Landlord, and just right there on the first page in the comment, just type in 21-day challenge, 21 challenge. I'll know what you're talking about, but I need an email to send you your instructions for the 21-day challenge. Now, in the past, people who have participated in a 21-day challenge have bought real estate, made money, sold properties. This is an opportunity. I'm going to show you how to build habits. They said great habits are formed when you do something consecutively for 21 days. And this is going to start out by going to automaticlandlord.com and typing that in. Now, you got to show up to grow up. You got to show up. You got to be there. Sometimes they say that half the battle is just showing up on a consistent basis. Most people have a hard time doing things on a consistent basis. And that's why the 21-day challenge, when you get into the groove and you got to check that box 21 days in a row, all of a sudden you don't forget those things. You do those things. And we're going to tell you exactly what to do in our 21-day challenges to build you up, just like you would if you had one-on-one training with any one of these gurus, these mentors. I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm going to show it to you in an environment with the 21-day challenge. So that's that. Now, remember, I finished off the show yesterday asking you whether you were a thermometer or whether you are a thermostat. And I explained the difference between the two. A thermometer, it tells you the temperature, right? It sits there, it takes in the environment. It basically is a spectator on the sidelines, reads you the temperature, but does absolutely nothing with that information. Thermostat, on the other hand, and this is what I want you to be thinking about, going from being just the thermometer to being the thermostat that takes that information and makes the proper adjustments so that you create the environment that you want, right? Important parts. You create the environment that you want by being the thermostat, and you control, and you got to be objective about that. And so you may have been saying up until now, and this is the first little tip here, you may have been saying, man, I can't wait until 2020 is over. God bless it when we ring out the old year and bring in the new year. Well, that's being a thermometer, right? You're just spectating. There's nothing you can do about it. We're telling you we're punching through the last couple of weeks of December, and we're setting up for a huge, incredibly beneficial 2021, the year of the hand. And we'll be talking more about that whole commentary as well. But Look back right now and just ask yourself, were you a spectator? Were you the thermometer in 2021 and 2020? Were you just waiting for it to go through, going through the motions, basically checking in every day if you still have a job remotely, but not doing anything above or beyond? Or did you use the time? Did you learn a new skill? Did you make new friends, network in new ways? Did you up your technology game? You know, there are a number of industries that did very, very well. And that's why we talked last week all about the assessment. You know, in 2020 was a great year here at the Real Estate Show. We made 2 progressive steps, going from one station to several stations. We went from an old station to a new station, a broader station with more reach. We added the video element during the pandemic. Now we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook Live. Today I'm on my personal Facebook. I'm on my fan page of the Real Estate Show, as well as YouTube, all simultaneously. Tell me that's not a progression there. Lost a bunch of weight in the best shape of my life. Now I have the flexibility of creating. And we were talking about futurizing your home, right? Now that the home is your cafeteria, it's your gym, it's your office, and the place where you need to be able to recharge. What have you done to adapt your home, which is now a more important place than ever before, which obviously warms my soul as I think about, you know, the fact that we're in real estate. We're in the one place that people can't do without. Even commercial real estate can't say that, but residential real estate is becoming more and more important and will become more and more valuable. And the question is, did you do the things to optimize your home? And this is also a great time to start out as an investor. In fact, there's probably never been a better time. And I'll tell you that the next 3 to 6 months are going to be very, very interesting for investors. You'll either adapt and get better, or you may find yourself not so happy, as the economy will go through its cycles. Real estate will go through its cycles, and everything will be changing. You know, the only thing that we know that won't change is the fact that there will be change. And we're growing. The Real Estate Show is on the move, and we want you to come with us. So make sure that you're with us. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here, a few words from our sponsors. When we come back, I'm going to dive deep into the 5 steps to home ownership. Now, whether you're an investor, whether you're a homeowner, whether you're a renter buying your first home or an investor buying your 21st home, what I'm going to talk about in the next segment is key critical, and you'll want to take that and take some good notes. So you're listening to the Real Estate Show. My name is Eric Willner. Don't touch that dial. I'll be right back. So I don't know if I should say anything because I don't want to jinx it, but all the technology is working 5 by 5, as my friend Richard would often say. Everything is 5 by 5. So for the investors and so forth watching this, what I'm going to talk about is super key. You're going to want to add this to your repertoire. If you're looking to buy a property, there's programs that we're going to be rolling out here on the radio show where anybody that can qualify to rent, they qualify to own. And I'm going to show you that with this, you know, and the funny thing is that when we talk to folks who are renting and we ask them, are you ready to buy? And it says, no, I'm not ready yet because I don't have any good credit and I don't have money. But they're renting, right? They had first, last, and security. If you can scrape, or put together first, last, and security, guess what? Under the new program, you qualify. And if all they have is first, last, and security, and they have some credit issues, we're going to show how to take some of this money to fix the credit issues. Now, that means that we can go even faster in the 5 steps. If there's no money, no problem. It's going to take a little bit longer. If there's a little bit of money to fix the credit issues, we've got down payment assistance coming as well. This is going to be cool. And welcome back. For those of you just joining us, you are listening to The Real Estate Show, South Florida's #1 program about real estate, America's longest running daily show about real estate. And today on our tools, tips, and techniques, we're talking about, are you going to be a thermometer or a thermostat in 2020, 21? And I'm telling you that you want to be the thermostat. You take in the information. You don't just sit there and just report what's going on like a spectator on the sidelines, but you make adjustments and create the environment that you set out to do. So that's why, the assessment was an interesting conversation we had last week. Then we started talking about setting your goals going forward. And last week I offered and invited. Some of you took advantage of this opportunity. Some of you probably wish you had taken advantage and had typed in strategy to our radio number, 561-861-2366, where we set up a strategy session, one-on-one conversation that you know that a lot of these gurus out there charge hundreds of dollars just for the strategy session, let alone the thousands of dollars for the coaching that comes along with it. And I said, for those people who are action takers and sent in the word strategy to 561-861-2366, that I would have, number one, a strategy session with them. Send me your goals, and we're going to discuss them, whether they were SMART goals, whether they were feasible, specific, measurable, achievable, attainable, realistic, and time specific, so that we could now set up the tactics of how to implement the strategies to reach our goals. And we'll break it down that way. And so that's why, if you're not willing to be the thermostat and the create, sometimes you got to heat it up a little bit. Sometimes you got to cool it down. But the bottom line is you got to make the adjustments. Now, I mentioned in the first part of the program this whole program called the Path to Homeownership. And it really doesn't matter. It begins at the level that's right for you. Your current budget. Okay, we're going to work with the current budget that you have. We're not going to stretch you. In fact, I always recommend against stretching your first home. You want to get in there. You want to be stable. You want to make it work. You want to do the right things and then create the right credit. What if you could turn your credit, your rent payments into credit that reports on your credit report? Go ask your average mortgage broker if they can do that. I'll tell you that they can't. Who can do it? Here at the Real Estate Show, we can show you how you can turn your rent into credit, and credit that gets you approved for bank loans. So it doesn't matter where you start. You got to have the knowledge, the expertise, and the tools and resources to transform debt into wealth, rent into credit. So we also look at your budget. We will take your credit wherever it is, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how we can start doing that right away. Then sometimes we have to start out still by renting, right? This first step might be getting all of your ducks in order while renting. We can show you how to make fully safe and refundable payments towards building your option and building an option fee to be able to buy your first property with private assistance. You see, this is where the banks can't and won't help you out. But here's the advantage of having a network of investors that understand the programs that we have put forward, and they buy into the program. Investors can make great returns helping brand new homeowners create credit, create payment history, and build a down payment, all while risking absolutely nothing. And so that's one level where you can start out at. And I call that my bronze members. My bronze members, they step up towards the ownership while renting. They make rental payments. So the investor is protected, owns the property. He'll buy the property that you're looking for, given certain criteria. Obviously, they have to be wise decision. But then the renter will make refundable, because if they can't or decide not to go forward, the investor still made a good investment in a good quality property, aided by the Real Estate Show. The homeowner has options. Maybe life changes, divorces, sicknesses, illnesses, deaths, transfers, things happen. And we can show how to make sure that everybody stays very well protected in a program that's time tested already. This isn't a brand new program. This is just a program that very few people know about. Then we move up to the silver level in the path to home ownership. Membership has its privileges, and that's why we call it membership. And silver members earn monthly bonus down payment credits for on-time payments. Now imagine, just for being on time, you get extra credits towards your down payment. So you can make extra payments. I'm going to show you several ways to build up a down payment, even if you don't have one. So silver members earn down payment bonus credits for on-time payments. And then from there, they can step up to the next level, which I call the gold level. And the gold membership earns in-house financing. Now titles begin to transfer and real things begin to happen. At the gold level, we have in-house financing because we have investors that know that it's nice to be the bank and offer financing guaranteed and fully supported and backed up by the collateral of real estate. And we make sure that that's done, and we help both sides of that equation to get a true win-win situation going on. Then you're also building your credit score towards a new lower cost bank loan. So our goal is eventually to pop a bottle of champagne with you at the closing. And to tell you the truth, we pop 2 bottles. We pop one with our in-house financing that celebrates when you're able to refinance them out, pay them back fully, and the homeowner now has the best loans out there today at 3%, some even below 3% mortgage rates. And I tell you that if you can get a 3% fixed rate mortgage, think about that, 3%. And look what's on the horizon. We got a lot of public debt out there. Interest rates will not stay at these rates forever and ever. And that's just getting up to the gold member. Now we have a platinum member, which we'll talk about in our next show. But remember, you'll find us here Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. and at 8 p.m. Look out for our workshops. They will be up on our website at automaticlandlord.com. If you want to come to any of those, remember, all of these shows are also recorded. So if you missed any of the phone numbers, any of the keyword text, you can find those also on our YouTube page, on our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Real Estate Show, or always at automaticlandlord.com. Anyway, that's it for today's show. The music is coming in. That means I'm on my way out. So until our next program, until we meet again tomorrow, drive safe and make it a great day. Bye-bye.
The Real Estate Show brought to you by...
And that wraps it up for today's show. So thank you on YouTube.